Is my car fixed yet? It sounds like a joke. But in 1977, that simple line became one of the most heartbreaking moments in television history. Carol Burnett made America laugh for 11 straight years, but one sketch changed everything. It aired once. The studio went silent. Crew members cried. Critics called it brilliant. Awards poured in, and Carol Burnett never watched it again. Not once in 47 years. She said it was too real. So what happened that made America's funniest woman refuse to face her own performance? Carol Burnett was born on April 26, 1933, in San Antonio, Texas. Her childhood was anything but funny. Both of her parents were alcoholics. They couldn't care for her. Eventually, they gave up completely. By the time Carol was a toddler, she had learned what abandonment felt like. She was taken in by her grandmother, Mabel White. In 1940, they moved to Hollywood. Not the glamorous Hollywood, the desperate one. They lived in a single room in a rundown boarding house, surrounded by addicts, broken people, and quiet suffering. They survived on $20 a week, but her grandmother gave her something priceless: unconditional love. To escape the pain, Carol created laughter. She even invented a pretend twin sister named Karen. Confident, happy, everything Carol wasn't allowed to be. Every Saturday, they went to the movies. For a few hours, life sparkled. When the lights came on, reality returned. Sometimes so harsh they had to steal toilet paper just to survive. At 7 years old, Carol learned that laughter wasn't just entertainment. It was survival. She later discovered her voice by mimicking Tarzan's famous yell. What felt like a game became breath control, timing, power. Years later, it would bring audiences to their feet. Carol dreamed of being a journalist, but she couldn't afford college. Then a stranger paid her tuition. No name, no credit. At UCLA, one theater class changed her life. She wasn't invisible anymore. She was alive. She switched majors, and everything began to move. Another stranger later gave her money to chase Broadway. Again, no credit, just belief. In New York, she struggled, cried, nearly quit. Then she landed Once Upon a Mattress. Broadway exploded. So did her career. By 1967, The Carol Burnett Show premiered. For 11 seasons, over 30 million people watched every week. She broke barriers, led one of the first female-hosted variety shows in TV history, won 25 Emmy Awards. But in 1977, she took a risk. A sketch called The Gong Show. No jokes, no laughter. She played Eunice, a woman desperate to be seen, to be loved, to matter. When the judges mocked her, Carol didn't play it funny. She played it true. The camera pulled back. Her face collapsed. The studio was silent. It wasn't acting. It was her childhood, her poverty, her fear of being forgotten. That's why she never watched it again. She said, "I was glad we did it, but it wasn't what our show was about. We were there to help people forget their troubles." Carol Burnett turned pain into laughter, and laughter into legacy. That's why she wasn't just funny. She was brave. Subscribe 90s Playback for daily new videos and press the bell icon so you don't miss any update.